Lisa Birnbach for Howdini.com. When it comes to sex, do you find that you want it, but you just don't, at least not like you used to? Well, unless guilt is a turn-on, you might need some help from couples therapist Rachel Sussman. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Lisa.
How do you fake desire or jumpstart it?
Well, faking desire, unless you're up for Academy Award, could be a hard one. I think jump-starting desire is probably what we want to talk about today.
Okay. And it can be done.
It certainly can be done, and it has to be done, and it must be done for most relationships.
One tends to think of the cliche of the woman who has less of a sex drive, but it could start with him?
It really is a stereotype. And, you know, it depends a lot on the couple, depends on the man. I mean, let's face it today, men have a lot of responsibilities. They're working hard and they're expected to help out at home. That's a lot of pressure. And, you know, oftentimes pressure and stress results in a very underactive libido.
How do you quiet your mind in order to focus on your immediate surroundings and the man or woman lying next to you in bed?
I think the most important thing is setting the stage, creating a really nice atmosphere where you can relax and can look at sex as really an enjoyable experience.
Do you have tips for just shutting down the banal daily chores and really thinking about sex?
You need a transition period. And you know, if you've scheduled a date night and you know that the evening is going to culminate in sex, well, let me put it this way, the evening should culminate in sex. If you're going out to dinner, have a glass of wine, have some fun. If you're not on a date and it's going to happen at home, take a nice hot shower or a bath. Set the mood, light some candles, play some nice sexy music, put some perfume on, put some lingerie on. And I think it's really important that, you know, couples do this. And, you know, if you have young children at home, they should be in bed at a certain time. And oftentimes I hear complaints of couples that they put the children to bed and then one goes on one computer and the other person goes on the other computer. It's really important at the end of a busy day that a couple takes time to reconnect. And sex is a wonderful way to reconnect.
Now, what about putting a lock on the bedroom door if you have kids?
It's very important, and I think, you know, children have to really learn when a bedroom door is closed to knock before they enter. It's a great lesson to teach your children from a very young age.
How do you do that if your self-esteem is low, if you've gained weight, etc.?
It's a really good point because, you know, self-esteem and desire really go hand in hand. And, you know, I think we owe it to ourselves to feel desirable and to have desire for our partner. And I think we really need to do whatever we can to stimulate that, which could be a new exercise program, working with a nutritionist, taking off a few pounds, being really active, getting enough sleep, taking care of ourselves and feeling good about ourselves so we feel that we're desirable.
Now, what are some other pointers you have for creating desire? Do you recommend, for example, that couples watch erotic stuff on TV?
You know, I think couples need to be really honest with each other about what they find desirable. And in a long-term marriage, let's be real. I mean, what you find desirable at 23 might not be what you find desirable at 43. You know, your fantasies and your interests sexually are evolving and changing, just like you're evolving and changing in other ways. And if you need to introduce some visual stimulation, some erotica, some toys, have fun, go for it.
Okay, let's say you've been through a lot together, there have been stressors of all kinds, you're growing old together, which is a lovely thing, and you look over in bed and there's that old person lying next to you. How do you get over the fact that this man or this woman lying next to you isn't as trim, as toned, their hair's growing out of their ears, there's a paunch, a vein or two sticking out? I mean, maybe your self-image is of a young and frisky person and you're lying next to an old person.
Well, listen, aging is inevitable, and acceptance of aging is really key as well. But that being said, it doesn't mean we have to grow old ungracefully, you know? Talk to your partner about joining a gym together. Go for walks together. Go for runs together. Trim his ears. I mean, you know, really work on, you know, keeping each other feeling young and healthy. And, you know, make it a joint project. That could be really fun.
Is there anything we can start doing to plan for growing older with our partner that will keep our libidos intact?
Well, I definitely see couples in their 40s generally starting to worry about aging or talking about how different physical ailments or things aren't the same. And I think that it's really important that a couple communicates these things with each other and talks about staying healthy and staying fit together.
Thank you, Rachel.
Thanks, Lisa.
For Howdini, I'm Lisa Birnbach.